Hello my lovelies, it's Lilah here with another video update. I am trying to stick to my commitment of 2 a week, perhaps one at the beginning and one at the end, on various topics that come through, and of course anything you share with me that you feel you want more information on, that's also going to be part of what I'm offering. But today I just wanted to speak about Ascension Symptoms. Now I have already posted something, I'll put the video up there, which was relevant at that time. There is much going on with our physical bodies, and our physical bodies are changing and morphing in order to keep up with the energies that are constant and incoming. So I know many of you asked me the question, what is going on with my physical body? You know, what are ascension symptoms? Is this what I have, an ascension symptom? So I thought that I'd just spend a couple of minutes today just sharing with you some of my own insights, some guidance that has come through from my guides on this. Now, firstly, I want to say is that not everyone will be experiencing these. And if you are experiencing something that is consistent and your intuition tells you that you need to follow up with a medical advice or a medical appointment, then please do so. I'm not saying that every physical symptom is related to ascension. I just wanted to talk today about some of the main ones. So the next thing I also want to say is that because of the different stages we are in, and this is neither good or bad, high or low, right? It's not a comparison. It's a statement that wherever we are on our journey, we are at different phases. So you can imagine like a flower bud, you know, if we did that slow motion in terms of the heart center opening or your field opening, is that some during the last 2 years may just have had the light come in and trigger an opening. It might just have come out of bud. Others may be at various stages, and others may be going in and out of full bloom and then tucking in again. So now in terms of the heart field as the receptor of the light energy coming in, because the heart does determine what to do with this energy, the opening, expansion or contraction of that heart field is going to create a scenario where you either experience more or less of what I'm sharing with you. So if you are someone that maybe during 2012 had a major spiritual awakening, had a major life event where you were really triggered, where there was lots of tears, lots of crying, which is for me a sign of the expansion or opening of the heart chakra, as I've shared in this video that has had thousands of views, then you would be in a fairly advanced stage of heart awakening, knowing too, darlings, that the heart awakening expansion is continuing and it doesn't always go at the same rate. You may spend a few years where this heart is just resting in that stage while you assimilate, while you settle. So I wanted to put that out there as just a disclaimer in terms of the stages. But if you are at a phase where you are able to receive and collect and distribute much of the cosmic life and light energies that are coming through, then your body is going to be taking a little bit of strain. For me, the area of my chest and throat during the last year and a half has received quite a bombardment because it gets tight. I almost feel like I'm having a little chest problem, but I know that for me is an influx of more light. I have never felt that I've needed to go and see a doctor for it, and it goes through waves, and after a couple of weeks it settles again. So that for me is my indication that I'm receiving another influx, another download of light. You might have other symptoms that you associate with knowing, oh, here we go, more light coming in. So because of the nature of the physical body and the density of the physical body, you are not always going to be in a state of constant receipt of these energies. Because remember, there is a divine intelligence at play. Your heart field, which is kind of your opening, your door, right, your portal, knows when that influx is enough at a particular time, and then you go through a stage of assimilation and settling. For many people, and I spoke about this in a video, I think January or before, there are people who I have seen are in incubation or hibernation. For me, that doesn't mean stagnation. It's very different. It means that their energy field has kind of tucked in a bit in order to allow the physical, the mental, and the emotional body to stabilize. Now, because the incoming energies are quite strong, and this I have said is that January is a time of rest and recuperation, because I'm sure many of you are feeling tired. The body itself has this response where it kind of retains water, retains space, expands, and then contracts. So for some of you, you may find that you're putting on weight, and especially of those women that check the scale all the time, which needs to be put aside now because our bodies are changing so much that that number doesn't really mean anything. But if you are worried or concerned or you've seen a sudden shift, for me, that's just an indication that your body is opening up. Because remember, we're mostly water. So when the energy is coming in, then the body needs to just open up and adjust. So there may be some expansion, there may be some weight gain, there may be some water retention. Now, if you're retaining water, your joints may start aching, you may feel a bit of heaviness, and also lethargy that might come with that. So please listen to your body. That is the most important thing I want to share today. That if you are experiencing major head pulses, because that's also happening as our crown chakra and the other chakras above that expand, you may feel like you've got this wrench on your head, right, that kind of becomes quite tight and then it loosens. Ears in particular are going wild at the moment. Mine especially, I know my left one is kind of really where I resonate with what's going on, although both are affected, but the left one is very strongly affected at the moment, so much so that there are times when I actually can't hear anything out of it because the pitch is so high, right? Our throats may be challenged. We may find our throats, and me in particular, there are times when my voice is much deeper, or I have trouble clearing my throat. The higher heart chakra and the heart chakra, these are the main energies that are affected at present for those of you that might have had an awakening 10 or 12 years ago. For others, the main areas that might be affected are your solar plexus. So you might be having belly issues, either constipation or the opposite, runny tummies. You might experience issues with your hips as your body opens up to really expand and heal the sacral chakra. And then, of course, the root chakra, for those of you that are earth seeds, might be experiencing some tension as the earth herself purges and clears energy. So if you are feeling like you can't ground in the way you used to, if you're feeling uncomfortable at the lower end of your spine and your hip area, then maybe consider different grounding routines. We don't have to stick to a certain protocol anymore. It is really up to you and how you are guided to sit in meditation to connect into the earth. In my own work at the moment, I'm not connecting into earth at all. I am just working with my own field and really bringing as much light into my heart area as possible so that energy can work with my etheric template to then bounce back and work with the changing aspects of my physical body. Because many people have spoken of the crystalline body, of that body of light, the light body. But it is our physical body now that is taking a huge knock in terms of the energies, like a huge knock. And January especially, and with the full moon in Cancer coming up, is it Tuesday or Wednesday? I think, yes, I'm holding a golden circle meditation with my community. There's lots of water, right? There's lots of emotions. So you might find yourself getting teary, getting emotional, feeling like you're unstable, when in actual fact you're just moving through yet another phase of assimilation. So for me, these next 2 weeks are not so much about healing, cleansing, purging. They're more about assimilation of the light, an understanding of where your body has been affected by these incoming energies, and really just a preparation for stepping into the new energetic year, which is really only starting again in the new moon in February. So take this time in January to really settle, to give yourself extra care and extra love, and try not to judge yourself and especially judge your body as it was 2, 3, or 4 years ago, because it's not the same physical vessel. And they want me to repeat that. Your body is not the same physical vessel it was 2, 3, 4 years ago. There have been major changes since 2018 in the physical nature of our body for those that are at that stage of the evolution, because as I said at the beginning of the video, your heart expansion, which is your scepter of light, is going to be at various stages. For those of you whose heart has not started on the journey, don't think this is good or bad or I need to catch up. No, just accept that this information may not be relevant to you at this point in time. But if this resonates, I would really like you to pop a comment, because we have people watching the videos, of course, who would love to share. And if you're experiencing something and someone else is too, then it's also beneficial for them to see, hey, I'm not the only one. So please share with others if you feel the need to. I manage my YouTube channel in a very safe, energetic way. It's always protected. It's always held in a high vibrational energy. So, thank you so much for listening. I will be back again next week, and perhaps I'll have more information around the full moon or leading into February, since I'm getting a lot of guidance around these new energies. And again, if you have not watched my video of 2022 and what's coming in the next few years, please check that link up below, because I mention it's a live session where I mention my current guidance around the energetic cycle we're moving into. So as always, from my heart to yours, from my home to yours, I send you blessings and have a beautiful upcoming weekend. Bye.